You cannot live for God and live for the world at the exact same time, and Revelation 3:16 is very clear on this. It tells us that because you're neither hot nor cold, but lukewarm, I will spit you out of my mouth. Right? It's more dangerous to be on the fence and be lukewarm for Christ than it is to be cold for Christ. Because if we're cold for Christ, at least we're not deceiving ourselves and deceiving others. But if we're on that fence, we're claiming parts of Christ, but we're still living for the world. We're not completely submitted to Christ, but we're allowing ourselves to indulge completely in whatever we feel like indulging in the world. We haven't been convicted to completely transform and allow ourselves to die to ourselves and live for Christ. And this is important because we are ambassadors of Christ. Most people I talk to who are not Christian aren't Christian because they don't like Jesus. They're not Christian because they don't like Christians, because we're not good ambassadors for him. The people who claim to be like him, to love him, and try to be more Christ-like, live in a way that drives people away from the church. And that's why it's so crucial. That's why it's so dangerous to walk on this fence. You need to either pick God or pick the world, because you can't have both. You can't serve two masters, because you'll love one and despise the other. So what side of the fence are you on? Because you're not on the fence. If you're on the fence, you're on the devil's side. The devil owns the fence. That's the greatest lie he'll try to teach you, is that he doesn't own the fence and that you can walk on that fence. But he owns that fence, because you're either for God or you're against God. There's no in between. There's no passivity in Christianity. You're either completely for God, and if you're not completely for God, then you're against God, because you're not truly submitted to him and his word. John 14:15 tells us this: if you love me, keep my commandments. It doesn't say if you love me, keep some of my commandments and keep doing the things that you like and indulging in the things of the flesh. No, if you love me, keep my commandments. Do you keep the commandments of Christ because you love him, or because you try to be legalistic and try to impress him? Because you have to understand that he already loves you, and you can't walk on this fence any longer. So if you're walking on the fence, if you are lukewarm in your faith, it is time to pick a side. Either live for Christ or reassess if you're truly saved, and reassess your relationship with him completely. And feel free to reach out to me, DM me. I'm very passionate about this topic of lukewarm Christianity. I'd love to have a phone call with you, or text, or DM, whatever it might be. I just want to see you make it to heaven, and I want to see you make an impact in the world and be an ambassador for Christ. So God bless.